Hey everyone, this is Borvok covering the last issue, the last part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Amazing Adventures Robotanimals mini-series collected in this hardcover book here. Last time we had the Mutanimals were freed, the Ninja Turtles were saved by Casey with a nice kick to the Donatello's reprogrammed nanobots, saved the Mutanimals, turned them from the Robotanimals back to the Mutanimals, and which in turn saved the Turtles. So good on Casey. He and April got captured, but now we got all these guys back, and they're gonna go save them again. Cliffhanger last time. Are they going to fit in the van? We're gonna find out. But this is kind of sending off to this whole iteration of the Turtles, and I'll go over that after I finish the review here. But this is a nice shot of just all the characters involved in this issue. I like that. But we cut over to Baxter Stockman's lab, and I don't know what's going on here because you've got April. She's got this weird mouth thing. We've got, I don't know what all these people in the background are. This might just be Baxter Stockman looking into the future of all these people he wants to have turned into robots. But I don't know. She is a little roboticized here. The mouth doesn't look. Maybe that's the same. But she's fighting off the nanobots with her psychic powers because again, she's part mutant. And Baxter Stockman says that she might be the bridge between mutant and humankind because Baxter Stockman's nanobots can only affect mutants as of now, but they are affecting April, and with her help, unwitting help, of course, unwilling help, he might be able to figure out how to make them work for humans too, which would obviously be a very bad thing. Um, so she's still captured. She's fighting it off, and the turtles show up. But Mikey says it's not just the turtles, and they did all fit in the van. So that issue is resolved. We know now the cliffhanger was whether or not they would fit in the van. So that's the end of the issue. We found out that they would. Just kidding. That's a stupid joke on my part. But I love that Leonardo face. He does not like. Maybe he was next to Muckman in the first issue. He had to. Again, I said that all the. See if I can find that page without losing my spot. All the Ninja Turtles basically had to square off against a corresponding Mutanimal. And yeah, here we are. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this. Raph had to fight Spike, which he has a connection with. Michelangelo had to fight Mondo Gecko, who he has a connection with. Donatello had to fight. Dr. Rockwell, who he has a connection with, and Mikey got, or not Mikey, Leo got Muckman. So apparently that's happened again. He's oh, no wonder he's unhappy about that. In addition to and Mondo Gecko's not too happy about it either. They're all squeezed in there. What can you do about it? So I like this double page spread here. Oh my goodness, you've got Baxter Stockman. He's still got the nanobots, and these guys, Casey, along with the turtles, may have saved the mutanimals, but Baxter Stockman captured all these other guys. I'm not going to go through and name all of them, but that looks like that's Rocksteady, Bebop, Tiger Claw, and I don't know who other is that. Dog Pound, Fish Face. I'm not gonna guess with all of these, but just a really nice two-page spread. I like that. It just shows you what they're up against. This is gonna be a climactic battle for this 3-issue series as well as for this iteration of the Turtles. Really, Michelangelo is. I keep calling him Michelangelo. Leonardo is calling out orders. Michelangelo is busy getting caught in something. So they're putting up their best fight that they can. He's still talking, I think, about how she's the link between mutant and humankind, and Mikey's throwing some ninja stars. He's going to be the distraction. He's got all them to chase him. This would be like in an RPG when you get the enemy mad at you, and then they have to attack you instead of your party members. But he's running off. He's got them distracted, and these guys are charging toward the front. Leonardo, Donatello, they're charging through the madness. And Baxter Stockman says, you're out of counterfeit nanobots. What are you going to do? And Donatello says, I just reprogrammed yours. No big deal. So they break out. They free all these guys. And they're all going to be mad at Baxter Stockman. These guys are not friends of the Turtles, but I don't think they're going to be happy about what's going on with Baxter Stockman now either. But, you know, just like in any good story, any good villain, he's got a backup plan. He breaks a vial of nanobots. He's going to robotize himself. And I like it, you know, blah, ha, ha. It doesn't like my finger helping to focus. Blah, ha, ha, never imagined such power. Tremble before Robo Stockman. And I like the numbers and letters mixed in. That's Leet speak, if you guys are familiar with that. If not, go read some Mega Tokyo webcomic. I don't know if that'll explain it, but it'll give you more exposure. So just you have to read that in almost a robotic voice. I do like this part again. Mondo Gecko and Michelangelo. The end boss reveals his surprise final form, and that's really what just happened. And we got Mondo Gecko. I usually use a cheat code at this point. Mikey doesn't. He didn't know cheat codes exist, but in this case, we're gonna get a Pete code, because Pete swoops in and he saves them from getting hit. We've got Leatherhead hoping to free him. And just a lot of chaos and a lot of fighting going on here. You got Baxter Stockman is really getting out of control. Just a lot of action going on. They're still breaking Casey free. Leo has to set the place to explode, it looks like. Kill all the nanobots and stop Baxter Stockman. No one escapes. He says another nice full page right there. And they jump out and they escape. Nice silhouettes, nice explosion. And they won. They won. Final climactic battle. They won against Robo Stockman. All the 2-page spreads here. So nice. So they're back here hanging out. Mutanimals now, no longer the Robotanimals. Mutanimals and the Turtles together, hanging out, having a good time. I like hanging out there. April and Casey sitting hanging out. Ice Cream Kitty. I like just that smile on Donatello's face. I don't know who that guy is. Maybe I should. And these two guys are hanging out again, of course. And here we get to it. This is the ending line. I love this. Splinter says, I've always believed that friendship, struggle, and victory mark a youth well spent. And he says, you hear that in one of your texts? And he says, no, my son. Comic books. I learned that from comic books. And that's the end. Another alternate cover. Beautiful, nice. Some more alternate covers. But that's really the end. Again, I'm going to grade this one well too. Again, I love the series. I love the show. I think you guys should go get it. So that's my grade. Go get this. If you're interested, again, in Ninja Turtles, if you're interested in the Nickelodeon version specifically, go get this book. It's good. I guess with that being said, those of you who aren't interested in any further commentary, it's good having you. Leave a comment down below. For the rest of you, let's see what else I can come up with. I do have some things to say, since this is basically, again, the swan song, the farewell, as I've been saying, of this iteration of the Turtles. And the reason I say that is because this mini-series came out after the Nickelodeon show had already ended. So this is after the show. So this really is the last iteration of the Turtles. It antedates, so to speak, the show itself, as well as being the last comic about this version of the Turtles. It really is the last form of media about the Turtles. And actually, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Twitter account, when they finally tweeted out their farewell to this, again, iteration of the Turtles, at least that's how I read it, they tweeted out one of these pictures from the comic book, something from this issue, I believe, or at least from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Amazing Adventures, maybe the Robotanimals. I'd have to go back and look, but really, they in their Twitter account, they used an image from these books as a part of saying farewell to the iteration of the Turtles, and then introducing the new iteration that they're going to be doing, which we'll see how that goes. That didn't take as long to explain as I thought it would, but again, I like this version of the Turtles. I'm not as enthusiastic about the next one that's coming out. And maybe it's because I'm older now than I was when I was in 2012, but it just doesn't, it's not the same characters. They're changing a lot. I'm not as much into what I've seen so far, but again, we'll see what happens. And even if it's a dud, there's always the next reboot. There's always the next thing. There's always something to, even the bad shows, even the bad experiences, there's something to take from them. And there's always, especially with fiction, again, like I said, there's always the next reboot. The Turtles are not going anywhere, and you always have the stuff you did like. If I don't like the 2018 show, if that's when it's coming out this year, I'll always be able to get the DVDs of the 2012 show. I'll always have these books. I'll always have these comics, and I can always go back and enjoy them. Even if there's no more media being produced for these guys, they still exist because they exist in our imagination. So I like these guys. I like these books. I recommend it. And I guess that's all I have for you guys today, as far as this book is concerned anyway. The rest of you who stayed around for the rest of this, thanks a lot. Let me know what you think as well, all you guys. And we'll talk to you again later when we review our next comic book. Thanks a lot. Bye.